But anymore, just 17 hours after taking a stand for songwriters, producers, and artists who wouldn't have been paid royalties for 3 months on Apple's new streaming site, saying, "We don't ask for free iPhones." Apple saying, "We hear you, they will be paid now." And now calls today for Swift to lobby for better battery life to fix climate change. One person asking, "Can you get me a raise at work?" She probably could get you one. When we come back here tonight, one woman's mistake in the kitchen, the family now making millions. Why didn't we think of this? I'll have you looking around the house.
The truth of the matter is, what Taylor Swift did should have been done a long time ago. This also should apply towards artists. I think any time on the radio, TV, movies, anywhere, if they do not mention, and not briefly, I'm talking about very clearly, who the artist is and the music person who created whatever it is, then they should have to pay the artist and the music creators $1 million for each time that station does not mention specifically and slowly the name of the artist, who created it, the band, and specifically whoever wrote that music. Why? The reason why is this. Think about how much money is spent by a band who may be fantastic, and they do not mention their name. So when people hear a fantastic song, they go, they call up a radio station and say, "Man, I really like that song. That thing had a real good beat to it. It had a real good sound to it, man." And they go, "Okay, what's the name of the group?" "I don't know, because you did not mention who they are." So then what happens is the band that may have spent a lot of money putting out a record, a CD, a cassette, or anything like that, to get to that stage, maybe they did all kinds of promotion. Maybe they sacrificed a lot to even get on the radio in the first place. So then what happens is, this group, they get played on the radio, and yet at the same time, everybody hears them, but then they don't know who they are. Examples: this is a group called Roxgang that goes back to 1989. I used to listen to a station called Z-Rock in Panama City, Florida. That was back in the days of what I call the heavy metal days, or they call them hair bands, or whatever it was. Well, this one group called Roxgang, they put out a cassette, which to this day in 2015, I proudly still have the original cassette tape. I have long wore out the outside cover. It's gotten all cracked and everything like that. And it's called Roxgang, Things You've Never Done Before. It was created by Kevin Steele, a fantastic guitarist by the name of Wade Hayes. And the facts are, they only sold a paltry 250,000. And unto this day, this group was so kick-ass fantastic. You can go on Amazon and look at the reviews of Roxgang, Things You've Never Done Before. And it's not just my opinion. Many other people said they were a fantastic group. Oh yeah, the radio stations played them, but they never mentioned their name, who created it, or anything like that. So this group Rocksting, Things You've Never Done Before, CD, which is now CD from what I understand, it was a cassette back then, they went unnoticed. Everybody's heard of Warrant. Everybody's heard of Van Halen. Everybody's heard of Dokken. These are all fantastic groups back then. Everybody's heard of Quiet Riot and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, Warrant, Bew Hill was the manager for Warrant, which Janie Lane was, I think, was the guitarist. Oh yeah, they made it big. They had a CD called Filthy Rotten Rich. They made it big. But I'll tell you what, the group called Rocksting would kick their ass and take their name. But because nobody knew about them, they heard them on the radio, they went unnoticed. Another group, Evanescence. The first time I heard the CD, and it was called Wake Me Up When You're Sober. It was so refreshingly different. Beautiful voice. Amy Lee out of Arkansas, who happened to have created piano and entered into the rock arena. I heard her songs, beautiful music, but I couldn't tell you who they were because they never, if I called up the radio station, there was no way for me to know. There was no way that I could tell them. Oh, I could tell them, oh, that's a fantastic group, man. I love their sound. Well, who are they? That's the reason why. I think what Taylor Swift did was absolutely mind-blowing. A lot of other groups could have done it. She risked probably being blackballed to where, on Apple iTunes, to where she could have ruined her career, but she took a chance. And even if Taylor Swift, her albums stink, even if she can't sing, I'd like to give her credit for doing that. Another group is Emily West. I call her Emmy motherfucking very best. Back in 2008, she came out with Capitol Records with a CD where she had a song on there called Blue Skies. Absolutely mind-blowing composition. Emmy motherfucking very best. Everybody calls her Emily West. I call her Emmy motherfucking very best. She has the most incredible voice I've ever heard in my life. She has a polyphonic type of a sound that is absolutely mind-blowing. And if it wasn't for America's Got Talent, she would have gone unknown. I don't know if she pissed off the people or what, but everybody seems to listen to whatever's on the radio, whatever was so-called popular, like Chandelier, Basia, Nights in White Satin, the song by Roberta Flack. Oh yeah, everybody hears them. But a lot of people are like motherfucking cattle. And they won't even begin to listen to her songs, her creations are far superior. So quickly, the newest one is called Puppy Dog. Now, here's the songs that she's done. Make You Mine, Blue Sky, Carry That Weight, Chandelier, Completely Yours, Crazy, I Love You, I Hate You, If I Had a Brain, Monsters, Pretty Girl, Sea of Love, Wonderful Things, Lovesick Blues, Not for the Radio, Love a Man Like That, I'll See You in My Dreams. Now that right there is that song right there was done by Merle Travis, and that's the most incredible song. Another person is Michelangelo Beto, incredible guitarist. Everybody's heard of Yngwie Malmsteen, but very few people heard of Michelangelo Beto out of Chicago, Illinois. Absolutely mind-blowing guitarist. He's the only one I know of that has the ability to play a double neck guitar at the same time and can literally take that guitar and lift it over his head. He is the granddaddy monster of guitarists I've ever run across in my life. And yet people do not know about him. So I contend that all radio stations here on out will have to pay $1 million for each time that they play a new band or even an old band and they don't mention who they are, they don't mention the people that created the music, they've got to pay them $1 million each. That'd give a hell of a lot of incentive for the radio stations, from what I understand. They play them for free. Give a hell of a lot of incentive to mention who the band is, who created the music, and it would make it a hell of a lot quicker for a band that's trying to get recognition. So, I believe this right here could literally make things a lot easier for new bands and old bands to get the recognition they deserve. Just like Rock's Gang, things you've never done before, 1989. Jimbikeman signing off.